Hi, I have a special delivery for Joshua Butler.
Yeah, it's actually Butler.
All right, well, here you go.
Awesome, thank you so much.
All right, well, you have yourself a great night, John.
Hey, thanks, you too. So today we're gonna be unboxing my Amex Blue Business Plus so that you'll be able to see exactly what comes with this card when you open it. So if you've seen my Apply With Me video for this card, you'll know that although Amex wasn't able to give me immediate card numbers, they were actually able to expedite the shipping for me. So let's get right into the unboxing. Amex actually shipped this card out UPS Express, and as we can see here, extremely urgent. Accurate. All right, so let's crack this baby open and have a look-see. So we have our generic American Express envelope inside, and they have a catchy little phrase on the back which says, "Don't do business without it." And yeah, I can definitely get on board with that. Amex has some absolute beasts when it comes to business cards. And remember, you don't need a formal business to apply for their business credit cards. You really can just apply as a sole proprietor and use your personal social security number for the application. So even for those of you who sell things on eBay once in a while or flip couches on the side, you can legitimately open up business credit cards. And honestly, getting 2x membership rewards points with this card across the board is incredible. So I already went in and blocked out all my personal information, which I wasn't really sure what was important and what wasn't, so I probably blocked out a bit more than I needed to. The card that comes with tools to help you manage your cash flow is here. And for the card reveal, boom. The card has a very nice sophisticated look to it, and you can clearly see it's stated as a business card right underneath the American Express wording. And in the middle, we're gonna see the company's logo, which is an image of a gladiator or centurion. And this remains consistent with many of Amex's other credit cards and charge cards across their entire brand. And we can see the image of the centurion along with the text on the card is slightly reflective, giving this card a sleek look. You'll also notice as you run your finger across the card, the centurion logo and the text is very slightly raised. But how does it slap? All right, now this thing slaps with an understated authority. It knows it doesn't have anything to prove to earn a spot in your wallet. And for that, I give it a solid 8.2 out of 10. But while the Amex Blue Business Plus is a nice looking card, it's completely plastic. So let's see how much it weighs in at. And it comes in at 5 grams. So this thing is not gonna weigh you down. And we can see here, the page the card comes attached to simply provides instructions on how to confirm receipt of the card and also how to create an online account if you haven't done so already. And on the flip side, Amex shows off some of the business card benefits they offer, including making virtual payments, tracking recent charges, and keeping an eye on employee spend. The next sheet of paper is the card member agreement, which starts out with the rates and fees table, which also shows the credit limit of $10,000 that Amex has given me with this card. And as you can see, there's a 0% intro APR with this card for 12 months, which is a nice little perk, especially for new business owners that may not have a ton of revenue coming in yet. Of course, I never condone carrying credit card debt, as it's some of the worst debt you can possibly have. But if you have the discipline to use this intro APR bonus and then pay it off in full before the 12-month mark comes, then it's definitely something you can take advantage of. And on the flip side, we can see some really important information about the fee schedule. The one thing I want to bring your attention to is the over limit fee of none. This is because the Amex Blue Business Plus has cash flow flexibility. So even though this is a credit card, not a charge card, and I technically have a $10,000 limit with this card, I can go over this limit if I need to. Now, as Amex states on their website, this expanded buying power doesn't give you an unlimited credit limit, but the amount you can actually go over by will adjust with your use of this card, your payment history, credit record, financial resources known to Amex, and other factors. So this is essentially just stipulating that Amex determines your flexible spend limit based on your particular credit factors. And the great thing here is Amex makes it easy to plan for large purchases, since you can go into your account under account services and click where it says check spending power. And from there, you'll be able to enter the expected purchase amount to check whether or not it's gonna be approved. So I currently have a limit of $10,000 with this card, but I have a current balance of $4,800. I'm gonna check to see if Amex will allow me to spend another $10K on this card, even though it'll bring me over my credit limit by almost $5,000. Okay, so I was easily approved for an additional $10K. Let's try to push it a little further. Let's try $15,000. All right, $15,000 was approved. Let's try $20,000. Alright, so I used the tool one too many times for today, but I was approved for an additional $20,000 over my current $4,800 balance. Nice. Alright, so I let a day pass. Let me try again for $50,000. Approved. Oh wow, okay, one more try, $100,000. Alright, so that was not approved. So Amex would allow me to spend somewhere between $50,000 to $100,000 extra on top of my credit limit. So obviously, I grossly underestimated how much Amex would authorize me to spend. But the most important thing you need to know about this cash flow flexibility benefit is that the amount you spend over your credit limit will be due in full each month as part of your minimum payment due. So in reality, this credit card is kind of a hybrid credit card charge card in that it has a fixed credit limit, but you can also go above this as long as you pay off that excess balance at the end of the month. Now, part 2 of the card member agreement is the boring legalese information regarding interest rates, claims, payments, and so on. So if you're ever having a really hard time falling asleep one night, just whip out this 12-page document and start reading. You'll be out like a light in no time. But then there's actually a single double-sided sheet of paper, which is actually one that you do want to read through. And this is so you'll have a good understanding of the benefits this card comes with. And that paper is the summary of additional benefits. For the Amex Blue Business Plus, this is where you're going to find information about the Global Assist Hotline, your car rental loss and damage insurance, along with the extended warranty and purchase protection. Now, you don't have to memorize any of this stuff, but you want to make sure you have an idea of what benefits are included with your card. Now, one of my favorite things about this card, and American Express cards in general, are the Amex offers. Now, one of the main reasons I opened this card when I did is because I'm building out a new computer for video editing. And I noticed that Best Buy was one of the current offers, which just happened to be a retailer that I was going to get some of the parts from. So these offers not only got me an additional $25 back as a statement credit, but they also got me an additional 1 MR point per dollar spent at Best Buy. Sweet. All in all, this card really does provide an incredible value. And honestly, since it earns MR points at a 2x flat rate, it's gonna beat out your Fidelity Rewards Visa, your Citi Double Cash, your Wells Fargo Active Cash, and so on. And since the points guy valuation of MR points is sitting right at 2 cents per point, that means you can effectively get 4% back in value with this card. Now, of course, this is gonna be highly dependent on how you redeem your points. And there's some redemption methods that are only gonna get you half a cent per point. And yes, those are gonna be the easiest ways to redeem your points, but I do urge you to try to get at least 1.2 cents per point. But the absolute best way to squeeze the most value out of your points is to transfer them out to Amex's travel partners. So if you're at all interested in getting this card, you can use my referral link down below, which helps out the channel in a big way. And if you're curious what my current wallet setup looks like, check out this video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.